if anybody else has found those. Oh my gosh, those equations are so unwieldy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And one of them, like I got the answer for it was 1.281 and I got 1.278. So I got a couple of them right, and then that one I missed, and I don't know. I tried to work the one on the homework tonight, so I don't know if I got close or not. But oh my gosh, how can there be that many long, awful numbers? It's just amazing. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like there's so many possibilities for errors that way.
Yeah.
But this doesn't seem, I mean, this seems like this is about what we have going on for the next quiz, so that's not too bad. This stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad for the next quiz we get a whole week to study. Like that whole week, it's just.
Oh, really?
Studying.
Oh, is that next week?
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't remember, but I know I was looking through it.
That it's due on Wednesday.
The exam?
That's what I have.
Maybe it is. Maybe I mislooked.
On the 30th.
Maybe I mislooked. When I was going to the table of contents, it looked like we had a week, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I wrote down that it's due at midnight.
I think I need to go to the...
On the 29th, actually.
What are the office hours again? Is it Wednesday mornings?
Yeah. No. Wednesday night and Friday morning.
Friday morning. I think I need to go to one. Oh, yes, sir. Why are you here?
Okay. Let's see.
What?
Okay, there's my repeating quiz. Okay, should we get started then on the quiz?
Yeah. Beth, go to bed.
Today?
Beth, go to bed.
After the time is today, then I go to the dentist.
In 1 week. Next week you go to the dentist.
Today we go to the dentist. After bedtime is we go to the dentist.
Okay.
After bedtime, yes.
Has anyone worked out number 3 yet?
I'm just doing it now.
I'm still looking through. I didn't really understand it this week.
Okay, so for p hat 1, we do x minus n on, let's see what's first. I think it's the women. So we do the women first.
Right.
So x minus n. So 52, and it said the women that...
For this question, don't they want the overall p hat 1? Sorry, I lied.
Yeah, I think it's just 52 divided by 70 and then 42 divided by 59 for the P2. Oh, wait.
So I have a question.
No. So if it's p hat 1, oh, I get... use the data in the table. No, that should work out. I'm not sure on this stuff either. But I thought that was right because it's got to be, but then that p hat is when you...
It is x1 divided by n1, but how do you know what's x and what's n?
Oh,
I mean,
because
like, how do you know which one's x?
Because the X is the so that's the number of yeses to the research question. Let P1 be the proportion of females who can taste PTC. So that's female yes is 52 divided by N, which is 70.
How would you know on something else? Do you know what I mean? Like, if the question is...
They've been telling...
Not yet.
But the total is always the N. And it'll tell you which one they want you to... They haven't given us any where it hasn't told us what they wanted to use as X.
I guess I'm thinking about the exam, though. How will we know what X is?
For
you
what?
know, like, are they going to tell us on the exam? I doubt.
Well, I think
when it comes time for the exam,
other examples, the ones in the homework, the one on the, I think they've always told us. I've never found that to be challenging to figure that out. It's always been really. They always say let. Let P1 be the proportion of females who can taste PTC, so they'll just tell us what it is. There's another one coming up. We can look at that one too.
So 0.743?
That's what I got. That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Okay, and so for the next one, they just want to say if it's different. I didn't see anything that said anything about anybody hypothesizing that it was greater or less than one or the other. They're just saying they're not equal. So I think
agree.
That's the top one. P1 is equal to P2, and P1
That's
is
what I got.
P2.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the sixth one. All right. So the point estimate. Create a confidence level. So I think the point estimate is that one where you do, because isn't P hat the point estimate? Please tell me right. Okay, good. So then that's X1
No, yeah, that's what I got.
X2 divided by N1 plus 2. And so I got 0.7.
That's what I got.
0.729.
What was that?
Oh, no, wait.
Just right.
Oh, yes, the point estimate. So that's got to be P hat, right?
Yes. So it's like the overall P hat, which is X1 plus. What's your question, Joseph?
What was that equation?
It's X1. Go ahead.
X1 plus X2 divided by N1 plus N2.
Oh, okay.
It's the overall sample proportion at the very bottom of your textbook page. You know, in that pink thing where it gives you the equations, it's the overall sample proportion is the one we're using.
Okay, that's the one I was looking for. See, I couldn't find that equation.
So, because you guys are so much faster than I am on these equations, I worked them all out ahead of time. So,
I'm like, how are you so fast on this?
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's
that makes sense.
Because it takes me so long, and I just thought I don't get enough. I get more out of this if I've already worked it myself.
Okay,
So,
what did you get for number 6?
So did you?
I got 0.729.
I got 0.729.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question, and I don't know if you know the answer. I don't know if I've seen the answer. When it says a 95% confidence interval, what if it's a 90% confidence interval? You know, like, or a 99% confidence interval.
Well, and so then that's when you start doing the z-score. You have to put like the next one on
Right.
question 7. So when you do the when you start figuring out the margin of error, wait, let's see, where is that margin
I
of error?
didn't see a equation for that one either.
What?
I didn't see an equation for the margin of error either.
Okay, so that's the confidence interval, and that's, where did I get the margin of error?
Okay, so here it is, down in upper bound. It's under section 3, I think.
Oh, I know what I did. Oh, I took, well, so I figured out the confidence interval, and then I measured the distance. Oh, I don't know where I got that confidence interval. Shoot, I've got 0.031 for the margin of error. Uh-oh.
Okay, just like I'm just working that out.
Okay.
I
can't, now I'm looking at my notes.
so the margin of error then. The margin of error would be the upper bounds minus p, right?
Yeah, but you still have to figure out, what did I do? Well, I don't want, see what you get, because now I can't remember how I did that. There's a margin of error, I think there's a margin of error.
The formula?
So let me see where that is.
Yeah. It's p hat 1. No. I don't, you think, because the margin of error would be the upper bounds minus p hat, like the overall p hat.
Right. So that's what, but I think then I had to figure out that is what I did. So I came up with the margin of error. I don't know. See what I don't.
So you come up with p hat first, and then you do your margin of error.
What is the margin of error? But is
I think you come up with your upper and lower bounds, and then you can do your margin of error.
Okay. All right. Well, so that's what. Oh, I don't know what I did. Well, just see what you get if I'm even close.
And p hat.
Because I worked that all out, but p hat is. That's not the margin of error. All right, let me look at my notes and see what I wrote down. Where did I? Because what did I do?
0.729, right?
What?
P hat's 0.729, right?
Yeah. So, sorry, let me just double. Yeah, it's 29.
Well, wait a minute, because to do the confidence interval, don't we still keep it? You got p hat 1 and p hat 2?
No, there's something
me?
else that for the margin of error. Let me see where.
Holy smokes, they're so exhausting.
Okay.
They should give us an application that we just input the numbers into the equations and then it calculates for us.
I'm just building that right now online.
That is,
yeah, I'm just building that right now.
That is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. That was so hard, and it's so many.
Okay,
they're all so long.
P hat 1 and would be the answer we got for number 3, and p hat 2 would be the answer for number 4, right?
Right. P
So
hat
we're
1.
using
P
those to find the confidence interval,
right.
which is
But I'm trying to see where. So I worked out the confidence interval. So that's P1 minus P2 plus or minus Z.
Right.
And then with that long equation there. But I'm still looking at this and I cannot see where I got that confidence interval from.
Well, the confidence interval is...
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's P1 minus P2. Maybe. That's probably what I did.
Well, it's more than P1 minus P2. It's P1 minus P2 minus your Z score divided by the square root of P1
Right.
times 1 minus P1. Right. It's like that huge long equation.
This is
Right.
crazy.
So I did that. All right, let me look at that. Because I think that's where I got the
It is crazy, Joseph. This is just...
Is because I subtracted P1, which is 7.43. Oh, 7.743 minus 0.712. I'll bet that ends up to be 0.031.
Don't we not round until the very end, though?
Are those numbers longer than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go back and... Oh, that's right. It's 7... Oh, gosh. Yes, 7.742857143. Okay, never mind. 0.742.
Man, this is a long equation.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's another one like...
Yeah, it's a little bit painful.
I just can't believe that we have to do this.
Like, I don't mind them having us do the math as long as it's not, like, going to take a half an hour per question just because it takes that long to put the equation in.
I know.
They got to meet us halfway on this here. Can't be all night on one
Especially
question.
since... Yeah. This is a little bit ridiculous. Equals this times... Joseph,
What's up?
in Excel, do I have to write times, or can I just write bracket and it'll know to multiply?
I haven't been using Excel. I've just been using the internet.
I'm just trying to set up a spreadsheet so I can email it to everyone.
Oh,
That'll do this all for me.
oh, that would be marvelous.
I don't know.
I'm not doing a very good Excel sheet. N1 is 70, right?
Yeah.
N1 is 70, yeah.
And N2 is 59. Why Why are you being stupid? No, I don't.
Uh,
Okay.
I hope I typed all this in right.
Really? Thank you. And that would be. Okay.
Margin of error. So the margin of error would be upper bounds minus p hat 1 plus p hat 2. Is that right?
A second.
yes, so p hat 1 minus p hat 2 plus or minus, yeah, 1.96 times all that other equation.
So I got negative 0.123.
Oh, shoot. 0.685.
Okay, so it would be the low
So I
bound.
don't know if so I got that number as 0.119685604, and is that what you got before you added and subtracted the margin of error?
That's a good question.
Because when I did it, I just did the short form. So and I still got 0.151 for the upper bound. So I don't know. I could have made a mistake any one of those places. I don't really trust my.
So to get the upper bounds, it's going to be p hat 1 plus p hat 2 plus the confidence interval, right?
It's p hat 1. I thought it was minus p hat 2. Am I wrong about that? P1 minus p2.
It is minus p hat 2.
Okay.
So then it's plus or minus z. But that number that I got is 0.119685604 that I added and subtracted P1 minus P2 from. So maybe I did it in the wrong order. I don't know.
So what did you get for the margin of error then?
So I got for the margin of error, well, That's what I thought was P1 minus P2, but maybe it's not.
I thought you had to.
No, I would say margin of error would be the upper bound
But how did you get the
subtracted
upper?
from.
All right, so at what point? So there's at some point where you add and you subtract P1 and P2. So where? Okay,
Right.
that's where I'm messing up. So let's go to this place where I got the square root of all the stuff that's
Square root of P1, P hat 1
divided
times
by.
1 minus P hat 1
So I got
divided by N1. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So I got 0.061064084, and then I multiplied that by 1.96. And then
I'm confused. Sorry, I'm trying to follow where you are. Look at the
okay.
equation. P hat 1 minus P hat 2 minus the z-score. For that part, I got negative 1.929.
All right, so say those steps one more time. What did you do? You did what?
For the first chunk, it's P hat 1 minus P hat 2 minus the z-score.
Right. Oh, so you did that first, and so maybe that's what all right. So I'm sure I just did this wrong.
But just a second,
So
I'm looking at this. No, I think I did my steps wrong. Just a second. I think I did my steps wrong.
I did that at the very end.
FedNAS. So it would be brackets first. You do all of your brackets. And then you do your exponents should be your square roots, your division.
So my son told me to add and subtract, then multiply everything. Oh no, that was for something different. Never mind. That was not for the confidence interval. That was for just when we need the z-score. Never mind.
Just a second, I did this wrong. Let me redo this. Oh. Okay.
Okay, what did you guys get for the lower bounds?
Just a second, Joseph. I did some of my math wrong, so I'm just fixing it. That's such a stinking pain in the butt.
This is horrible. Oh.
I'll be up late. Do you want me to go downstairs to do this? If you remember anything from statistics, you can help. Um, $3,200.
I've got to be doing something wrong here.
On.
And I can't remember if I did this after my son told me about the order of operations. I mean, that's what's hard for me is I can't. Anyway.
I feel like this shouldn't be as hard as it is.
Yeah, because it's all those little, every single one of those little things has to be figured out.
It's a lot of steps.
So then, what did I do?
I'm just hoping that two of us are going to come up with the same answer.
If only we could be so lucky.
Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm losing track of where I am in my mind. Because I'm trying to set up this spreadsheet so for the next questions I can just put in answers. And it's a lot to put into a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Actually, this is where my husband excels. Okay, Papa Bear, I'm going to take use of your expertise. Oh, and share your Coke.
What? No.
Okay. So this is the formula. So we got 1, we got 2, the Z score. And this is oh, I don't even know. Gosh. Okay. And that's okay, so what I need to do. This is wrong. So it's a square root of D7. Oh, I think that is right. And then F6 plus a square root. Okay, that's right. Then I need to have and this is then this. You can do this so much more efficiently. Oops. Equals this times. Come on!
This is where I would actually go on and in my house. It's upstairs right beside where I left it.
Okay, we'll go get it if we need it. Okay, I don't...
Is that what they gave you, or is that what you made?
Hmm?
To the left. Is that what they gave you, or what you made?
I made that.
Okay.
I think I did it wrong, because I'm not... What did you get for the lower bound, guys?
I got negative 0.155.
And I got negative 0.089.
Yeah, and I got something different than both of you. Oh.
So,
I'm going to do this differently right now.
In like 15, 20 minutes on this one question.
Okay, well maybe how about if we work it out together and just see what we do that this time and just see if what the right order of everything should be for sure, and I don't know.
I only need printer and I didn't get it.
Okay, so
David?
what did you get for P hat? So I broke it up into a couple of steps. I broke it up into one step as P hat 1 times parentheses 1 minus P hat 1 parentheses divided by N1. So I've made that an equation, and then I made the other one for P2 an equation. Then I did an equation.
Okay, so what did you get? What did you get for those answers? What did you get for answer for P hat 1 minus P hat?
I got 0.0027288863.
All right, so I got 0.0027278771.
What did you get, Joseph?
0.0027288863.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, all right. So so would you mind saying that again, and I'll put that in again. That's probably right then. Point
0027
7
28863.
Okay, because what I did is I just used 0.73 for P hat 1, which I wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah, you're not supposed to round till at the very, very end.
Yeah, so I just did that and I was wrong. And so that made the difference. Okay, then my next one for that next section with the P hat 2.
Okay, I got 0.0034765.
Yep, that's what I got.
Okay.
So then I found the square root of those two combinations added together.
You add them together, right? And you get, okay.
I got 0.0. I'm just wondering if this is where my Excel sheet's wrong. I'm trying to find that out.
Okay.
0.078774123.
So that's after adding it together and square rooting it.
Yeah.
And you said you got 0.078774123?
Yeah, but my spreadsheet could be wrong. Let me do it a
That's what
different
I
way.
got.
No, that's what you got?
That's what I got.
Okay. So then I multiplied Z times that number.
Okay, I did the same thing.
Point 0.15439728
That's what I got.
Okay. So then you would subtract the p hat 1 minus p hat 2. You'd subtract that number from p hat 1 minus p hat 2, correct? For the lower bound?
Yeah.
And what did you get?
Negative 0.155144918.
Okay, that's not what I got. Let me just see if a second.
So I did everything else right except for not, except I just rounded at the beginning there. But all my other steps are what you guys did, so that's good. That's something I can fix.
Oh, no, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know mine's wrong.
Okay.
Let me fix mine real quick.
Yeah, let me know, cause oh, okay, just a second. Mine is wrong too. Cause I'm like, I know my number's not right. Where did I do
Okay,
it?
so what did you guys do? Because we're all on the same page when it comes to the square root,
Right.
then times 0.196.
So I accidentally had a multiplication sign in my spreadsheet instead of a subtraction sign.
Oh.
So now I have negative 0.04778138
For your lower bound.
Right. Does anybody else have that number at all?
Give me a second here.
Yeah.
Gotta fix this thing. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know.
And then for my upper bound, I have 0.185390018. Anybody else have those numbers?
0.185.
390018.
Okay, I have that.
Yay! Yes!
What did you say for the lower bound?
For the lower bound, I have negative 0.04778138
Well, I didn't get that.
What did you get?
I got negative 0.123.
No. So I took, yeah, p hat 1 minus p hat 2, and then I subtracted the z times the square root number.
Yeah, that's what I did.
p5. Oh, you know what? I have the wrong number. I just hit the wrong number in my spreadsheet.
Okay.
So I have the negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 4, 5, 4, 6, 2.
So that's the lower bound. You guys got the same one. What is that? Negative point what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 4, 5, 4, 6.
Well, yeah, but round up.
So rounded is 0.123. Yeah.
Yeah. So then for the margin of error, don't you do the upper bound minus p hat?
Right. The overall p hat. Yeah.
So it's p hat 1 plus p hat 2 to make p hat?
Just a second.
That's what I couldn't figure out to get the margin of error.
So I use the overall sample proportion. So x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2.
So that would be that's 0.729 mine. No.
0.72868
Yeah.
to 868, and then it has to come off of.
You know what, though? That doesn't make sense because that number isn't in between the lower and upper bound.
Yeah, that's right.
So that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't work for the margin of error.
All right, so what about 0.031? That's what well, now I'm just, but that's what I had for the margin of error. But did I read that somewhere, that P1 minus P2 is the margin of error?
Isn't the margin of error halfway in between the upper and lower bound? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
No, that's right.
So we just take the upper bound, subtract the lower bound, divide it by 2, and that should be the margin of error.
Okay, that's right. That makes sense.
Okay, let me try that and see what I get.
I got 0.154.
Give me 1 second. I got 0.154.
Do you think that's right?
I don't know. That would be my best guess from, how I understand.
Because otherwise, we don't have a number for.
Okay, with A at 0.05, what decision do you make? I would say fail to reject the null hypothesis.
So what number are you going by? What do you
The fact that all of them are higher than 0.05? I don't know. I just looked at all of the numbers, and they're all higher than 0.05. And even if we were to divide one of them by 2, it would still be higher than 0.05. But unfortunately, I can't answer you better than that.
But what are we supposed to compare it to? We're supposed to compare it to...
Wait a second, going back to the lesson, it said something about... Give me a second. I know I read something about this. Oh, okay.
The lesson, the textbook doesn't say anything about margin of error.
No. I thought I saw something about the hypothesis testing. Checking the requirements for a hypothesis test. So how do you do the p-value?
So it is the p-value that we're supposed to compare it against, right?
Right. But is that p hat? Like what?
But isn't yeah, see, that's what I'm not sure about. I don't see how it can be anything else but p hat because we don't have any other.
Yeah, it is p hat.
It would be p hat, which is
So we enter p hat into the normal probability applet.
oh wow. Do we have to do that?
Mm-hmm. And then it said it's only the area to the left. Sorry, let me read the textbook.
Do you think so? P hat. So
oh no, since it's R, so we do both tails because R
okay,
is
greater than or equal to, right?
Right. So it is both tails.
And where is p? So p hat is the point estimate, but that doesn't look like 0.729 doesn't look like a.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
According to the textbook, I'll show you my screen right here. So let's see. If you can see my screen, according to the textbook, p hat is x1 plus x2 divided by n1
right.
plus n2.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
we
But
would.
is that what we measure the alpha against, though?
Well, to do the margin of error, it should be p hat minus the upper bound. No, plus.
Yeah, but that's the margin of error. But now we have to figure out if we're going to. We've got to compare the alpha score with our score to see if we should reject or fail to reject the null.
Well, I'd say reject it because that's what we got. 0.154. I'd say we reject it.
Wait. Okay. Z is equal to p hat bracket p hat 1 minus p hat 2 minus p1 minus p2 divided by the square root. Oh my gosh. There is a formula, and it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see it? Do you want me to show you it?
Yeah, is that the one?
Like, it's just ridiculous as everything we just said.
Yeah. So I think that was the one that I used to figure out these other ones that has, where is that?
But the thing is, it wants us to know P. How do, like, I don't know.
Well.
Let P1 be the proportion of females.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, actually, I know how to do this. Oh, give me a second. I'm going to try and do Give me a second. Oh, and just when I thought all of the long hard math for this question was over. This is so stupid.
This course has been the worst class I have ever taken.
I'll just be glad when this semester's over. I actually don't hate sports. I love math, but I don't have the headspace right now to be really into it, unfortunately, and it's making it
I have been
hard.
an A student in math my entire life until this class.
Oh, really? I'm sorry, that's so frustrating.
All I care about is passing this class.
Well, I'm the opposite. Not that this is going to continue, but that was probably the first A I have ever gotten on a math test.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I'm happy for you.
But now I'm thinking, I don't know. I thought I knew how to do this better than I do, but we still have 2 times to meet with, oh my gosh, this is too hard. There's got to be a better way to do this. But you're thinking that the spreadsheet really is going to work?
What do you mean? My spreadsheet that I just did, yes. If I ever I just have to plug in my numbers, and it has all the calculations set up to do it for me, so I never have to do the calculations again.
Yay.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yes. That would be nice. So what formula?
So hopefully, if they...
So the value that we compare to alpha is some sort of P, right?
Oh my gosh, this is so stupid with all these long equations.
And then they give us 20 problems to do tonight. I'm going crazy.
But there's just one more long one after this. It's just got like 9 questions on it. But it's the same kind of
that's
thing.
not even right. Oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just, because we can go meet with, just turn this in tonight. It really doesn't, it's only like 1/10 of a point to miss 2 or 3. We'll get some of these right.
That's the attitude.
Because it's just, this is too hard, and if we don't know what to do, then somebody will be able to tell us what to do, and next time we'll know.
I'll do the Z-score later. I just don't want to waste a half hour doing that Z-score.
Yes.
I mean, really, that's what it feels like.
Okay.
Like
All
you
right.
said, it's worth almost nothing.
Yeah. So maybe we can just figure out how to do it, because once somebody shows us what to do, it'll go a lot faster. So you're thinking fail to reject. You're thinking fail to reject the null because all of the answers that we've gotten have been...
Makes sense now that I know that we have to figure out the Z-score.
Okay. So you're just saying fail to reject the null.
What's the difference between P hat and P?
They said in the equation, P is the number of women who said yes, and
Okay.
P2 is the number of men who said yes.
Okay. So I'm on number 16 now.
All right, so if we reject the null, if we fail to reject the null, I don't know. I don't think that makes sense. I think we should reject the null. Because it looks like, just from looking at that, it looks like a lot more women can taste it than men proportionally. Am I wrong about that? Well,
No,
maybe not.
I'm fine with that.
Maybe. Well, I'm not sure. But I'm just looking at that. What was P1 minus was P1 and P2? Well, that's when I had my wrong. But if the point estimate, if it's P hat is 0.03, basically, or 0.031. So that would be low. So if P is low, HO must go. So unless you just think that's not possible, that P hat is not the thing that we compare,
yeah, it's not P hat, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I mean, let's just put something down.
Because it just seems to me that chances are they're not equal to each other. I mean, isn't it? It's the point that they would be not at all different is just, I think, really unlikely, unless it's within the margin of error. I don't know. Oh well, I think I'm just going to put reject and say there's sufficient evidence suggests that the true proportion of females is different from the true proportion of males.
Ugh.
Just because, I don't know. What do you think, Joseph? What'd you put for that?
That's a good question. Give me just a second.
But I do have to say that I have absolutely no instincts. I have no, my intuition about this just is non-existent. I have no sense of it whatsoever.
I put the third answer.
All right, so let's see. All right, so I did the third answer too. Okay, well, then I'll... All right. And then I didn't even want... It just seems so exhausting. I didn't want to figure out the conditions for conducting a hypothesis test, but it's got to be true because those numbers are all so high, right? It's got to be greater than or equal to 10.
Yeah, I just said yes.
That's what you thought too? All right, so 13.
Yeah, I look and I'm like, those numbers are too high. We'll just say yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then for that one, isn't that, don't they want to know that P1 is less than P2? Oh no, P2 is greater than P1. Isn't that what it said? That they want they're thinking that the deaths, they're looking for the deaths, and they're higher over the weekend, they think, than during the week. That was their hypothesis. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
So I got the last one. Is that what you guys think too?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that made sense. Okay, and so for P1, I got 0.141. And then P2, 0.145.
Yeah.
All right, so right now you're just working on the z-score?
Yes. Which has taken forever.
So, sorry, for P1 you got 4.359?
Oh, for P1 I got 0.141.
What numbers did you use?
Oh, all right, let me find those. So I used P1, which was
That might be my.
16,700
I think I found my.
divided by 118,519.
Yeah, I got 0.1412. I just had a wrong number put in somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, this can't be the z-score.
Did you get negative 29.668
For what?
for the z-score?
No.
Darn. Oh, because I thought that's an impossible z-score. All right.
Something is wrong here because I got negative 5362981.767. There's no way that's right.
All right. So what I did with these again when I was figuring it out is I rounded way too early. So I know my answers aren't right.
You almost have to, though, because these numbers are so big.
I know, and it's just.
This lesson is the devil.
It is the devil.
It's trying to steal my happiness.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just so true.
Ruining my life. Oh, this is frustrating.
I want to sit down and cry. It's just horrible.
It is. It's the most frustrating thing in the world.
This doesn't even make sense. Okay. So let's. This. Oops.
My equations are fine. I can't. There's nothing for me to change.
That's the most frustrating thing ever.
We need to call the teacher. This is dumb.
Disagreeing with you there.
So I have to go back and make those longer. So this is the one where we decide that so it's P1 minus P2, and we assume that it's 0. But we have to do the long P1, P hat minus P2. Yeah, I just did this short. What did I?
What do you guys have for overall p hat? Is it 142067?
142067. Yeah.
Like point.
Right.
Okay.
.142069.
Just making sure.
Right.
Okay. Nope. This times
There's where I
1
am wrong.
minus.
What did you have for overall p hat?
.142067269.
Oh, one more time. Point 147.
142.142.067.269.
Okay. That's a
Did
game
you ask
changer.
for that?
I put in the wrong statistic earlier. Haha. Means
Yeah, that makes a huge difference, just that.
nope.
I just want to say,
My answer's still
did you
off.
get it? Is it working now for you, Jeff? Okay. Breaths.
This isn't right to do to students. I'm gonna go crazy.
No. No. You're the worst. The square root of that is obviously not 0. I don't know. I can't get the z-score. The way they say.
Yeah, Excel won't do this right.
Like, okay, so for the top part, p hat 1 minus p hat 2, I have negative 0.00399. And then
Just 1 second.
minus.
But that's what I get. 5004358. Okay, let me just put that in and make sure I get the same number. Okay, so I got minus 0.003980664.
For what?
Oh, for the numerator, which would be
P-hat 1 minus
which
P-hat
would
2
be P1 minus P hat 2.
minus P1 minus P2.
I got.
You got something different?
So for the p hat part, I got negative 0.00399. The
Okay.
second bracket, I got 10,558.
That's what I got. And some change, right?
Yeah. Okay. So then for the bottom part, and I think that's where this is all screwing up, is this stupid bottom part. P hat times 1 minus P hat, I got 0.121884.
Really? What'd you
Yeah.
get for P hat?
0.1420672669.
See, I got 8,095.
No.
God.
Shauna, I think I got the same one as Shauna.
Did you get negative the z-score of negative 29 something?
No.
No.
We're just talking about P hat.
But I rounded, so mine can't
Okay.
possibly be right.
P hat would be it'd be 16,713 plus 6155 divided by 1185.19 divided by, oh, that's where I screwed up. Oh,
It's this one thing.
See, when I did 1 minus N1, I got like these huge, awful negative number, like...
0.50 for one, and then for the
I got
second
6
one-
zeros.
You got 6 zeros? Isn't it 1 divided by 118,
I think so.
519?
Well, on my Excel it shows 8437E negative 06.
Okay. All right, so I have 5 zeros and 8437.
okay. So
So maybe it's the same.
for P hat, you got 0.142040796.
142067296
269.
whatever.
269.
I
Yeah,
got
269.
I got 0.142040796.
Good.
Well, we have the 142 in common.
Oh. Now those should be easy though. Oh my gosh. That freaking z-score. That's all we got to get to. Almost there. Oh, I got that. I got a different answer, even from the P1 minus P2. I got a different answer than you did, Jenica, so I better do it again.
I don't know. Like, I just... This is so dumb. This is like the most frustrating math I've done. Oh, that's better. Just a second. This is better. Oh, wait, these numbers are not as horrible. Oh, this. Okay. Nope, still awful. What is the number you guys got for the top line overall? Negative 10,558?
I got negative 10,558.
Yeah.
What'd you get for the
Like
bottom?
my z-score that I'm getting is negative 30,237.
For the bottom score?
That doesn't even make sense for a z-score.
So what I got for is negative 29.668, and that was because I rounded crazy, but maybe it is sort of like that, because then I got that the p-value was 0, which actually one of our sample questions was like that. So it didn't worry me too much.
What did you get for your number, Shauna?
That
The
what?
p-hat 1 minus p-hat.
1, 4, 5, 0.
The bottom number?
Well, I'm just having to rework it because I used a rounded number this morning when I was doing it. So it's not going to come out right. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. It just seemed when I was doing it this morning, it seemed impossible that we would have to do that many long numbers. I just didn't want to believe it. I was in denial.
I agree. It does seem impossible. Yet here we are.
Because that's too many numbers to try to have every single one of them be right.
Okay.
But is that not what you're supposed to say with math? All right.
What did you guys get for p-hat times 1 minus p-hat?
I got 0.121884.
0.121. I got 0.121865208.
I think that's because our p-hat is a little bit different from each other.
How did we get a different p-hat?
I have no idea.
Oh, but you and I got the same one, the 0.142067269. So we got that same one. All right, so I'm going to use that one. This can't take that long. Point. 1, 3, 2, 2.
I feel like I need to spend 5 hours just studying this stuff. I'm going to fail the next test at the rate I'm going.
Yeah, if they don't give us some kind of program to put all these numbers into to do the calculations for us, we'll never get this right.
I'm surprised they didn't, because it would be easy to set up a program.
Yeah, because they did on that other one, the thing we just barely did.
These are long calculations. Like, it's easy to lose. Like, that's why we have computers, is to do these types of long calculations, because they're so easy to lose track of.
Yeah. I just can't believe this.
Wait, you'll use the spreadsheet. A second. They might have given us a spreadsheet for some of it. Let me open it.
Did you guys get any numbers? It's like 3 point blah 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 e.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That means 0.00000. Like, that's how many zeros before the 3, 4, 7, whatever.
So my final Z-score, I got negative 5,347,780.655. That's not
Well, I
a
thought mine was crazy. My Z score, I got negative 30,000 something.
How could it be that big?
I think they have a spreadsheet for all of this. Can someone give me X1, please?
X1 is
And there's a spreadsheet.
16713.
Okay, N1?
118512.
A, X2?
6155.
And N2?
42447.
Should we have
Okay,
put this in SPSS?
No, this is Excel. The Z score they gave me is negative 2.016. And yeah, the p-hats are right. So it shows us p-hat 1, it shows us p-hat 2. And it gives us Z. And the p-value. And the confidence interval. I want to split my wrist right now.
Oh no, that was on there somewhere? Oh my gosh.
So, you know this spreadsheet we were using last week? It's under, like on the bottom, there's labs, it's under true proportion.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Stab somebody in the eye. I am so mad right now.
Okay, so what is the test, the Z-score?
Negative 2.016.
All right, well this makes a lot more sense. It just did not make any sense that they wanted us to do that kind of stuff. They haven't asked us to do anything like that this whole semester, so.
It's what?
It's,
So you went
negative 2.0.
So you went to two proportions, is that right? Two proportions.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just plug those in.
We did.
Oh my God.
We have to do any of this.
You know what this is like when you have something that's really painful and then it goes away, and this is only a little bit painful and it just makes it seem like it's so much better.
Except
it's like
I have
don't have
so
to
much
do
work
that.
to do tonight.
I know, it just took a lot of time. Oh well, shoot.
Wait, so how did you find that? Show me on your screen.
At the very bottom of the bottom, there's like a little sentence saying, for hypothesis test, use this. So I was like, wait a second. And I went in and it has,
All right.
every.
Well, I can't believe that. Oh well, thanks for finding that. Okay.
I can't
Well, now
believe
it's not
they
even
didn't.
hard. It's not even hard anymore. Okay, so we want to do, which hypothesis did we want to do that? P1, oh, P2 is greater than P1, right? P2 is greater than P1, that the hospital deaths were more. Oh, look how easy that is.
Can you show me where you found that? I still can't find it.
Well, remember that that categorical, what's it called? Categorical data analysis, HAT-SPSS Excel. So that was a download from last week. Okay.
Well, I'll remember that.
At the very
My
bottom of your
gosh,
text,
look at that. All right, well, everything's there. Okay. Hooray. Okay.
so we can go back and answer that one question. At the very bottom of the textbook, you will use Excel spreadsheet this. I mean, we could have been done in 20 minutes. Not even. We could have been right. I have to say this has just been frustrating.
I still don't know where you're getting that, where you're finding this.
So at the very bottom of the textbook where it gives you your...
Didn't you download it last week? Don't you have it in your downloads?
No?
Okay.
Look at the very bottom of your textbook and it has all of the formulas. Under the formulas, in that little pink square or whatever it is.
The categorical data analysis SPSS?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and look at that. It checked the requirements. Oh my gosh. It even did that.
I want to yell at whoever wrote this textbook right now.
Oh, why didn't they put that where it was? Why did they give us all of those formulas instead of just...
No, it really made it look like they
Oh,
wanted us to do it by
gosh.
hand.
Oh, this is so... Oh, well, it's a relief, though. We're not going to have to do that for the test, so I don't know.
I was like, I'm going to fail this test. Okay, so the p-value for the last one is fail to reject because it's still very high.
Okay, so let's go back to here. Okay, but we did get P1 and P2 on our own. That's good. Z-score is...
Okay, can you tell me what the Z-score was in? I still haven't got it.
So did you go to that place where it says two values or whatever it says, two something?
The Z-score was negative 2.016 or something.
Negative 2.016.
Yeah, just a sec. I'll go back and look at it. That's just from my memory. Yeah, negative 2.016.
So then, for 17, it's to the left, right?
Yeah.
To the left, yeah, because it's less than. And I thought that was really helpful when Jessica said that whatever way the little less than or greater sign, the point is pointing, is the way that we shade it. That just, I like those kind of things. Okay, so it is the p-value. If p is low, HO must go, so reject the null hypothesis.
What do you guys get for the p-value?
So that's 0.022.
Okay.
And then the conclusion, there is sufficient evidence, so if we reject the null, then there is sufficient evidence to conclude that the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on a weekday who die is less than the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on the weekend.
Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. That's all we had to do.
That's all we had to do.
I spent the last hour.
I'm really upset right now. Why would they write the textbook this way? Why?
This is the worst textbook.
Why not say at the very beginning, be sure to use the Excel spreadsheet. We're just showing you how so you know the math that's involved. But it was so misleading.
Because they've never done that before. They've always had us go there before.
Yeah, it's always been very clear. So you know you're going to be using this. This was not clear.
All right, so then for those ones we did up on top, can we use that just to make sure that we did those right?
Yeah.
We got
Yeah, I already have.
You already did? You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 and 4, we probably got those right?
We got 11, 16, and 6 wrong.
Okay. What did you have for 6? 729?
Yeah.
Okay, so the point estimate has got to be, but can we put these statistics in there? There's not a reason why we can't put these things in there, right? Into the, we can do N, can do X and N for 1, 52. Did you put them in, Jenica? 42 and 59?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. I just can't see where the point estimate would be on the sheet. I see p hat 1, I see p hat 2. I see the confidence interval. I see z-score and p-value and the standard deviations, but I don't see what the point estimate would be. Oh, z-score would be the point estimate, wouldn't it? Because this is a z test. It's a z test, so it would be 0.394. What did you get for 11, Joseph?
The third answer.
Okay, so that's not right. Okay, but point 394. So 0.394 is the answer for number 3? No, shoot.
I can't promise, but I believe it's 0.394.
For the P1, P hat 1, no, I'm wrong about that. I can't believe I undid the right answer. Oh.
0.394 at the beginning?
I still got 18 out of 21. It's now 11:37. I gotta go to bed because I get up at 5:20.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
It's what, Joseph?
It's my way an hour and a half past my bedtime.
Okay. Did you get, when you resubmitted it, did you get 6 right?
I didn't resubmit. I just stuck with 18 out of 21 right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Have a good night.
It's good enough for tonight because we spent forever and I'm dead
I'm
tired.
actually tempted to just submit it and be done because I'm just so angry at this right now.
Okay, you two.
Okay, have a
will
good night,
see you
Joseph.
on Thursday.
Okay, we'll see you on Thursday.
All right. Good night.
Night.
Okay, I'm just gonna submit it too, and I'm gonna go to bed. Can you please? I have to get tonight. Could you please look over it so I can resubmit it to her?
Sure.
Okay, the point estimate is not 0.394. I don't know what it should be.
So did you do the p-val? 0.653 is the p-value. Would that be the point estimate?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm going to put 0.653. See if that's right.
That's probably right.
So, because there
Okay.
aren't any other things to go with.
Yeah. I'm feeling frustrated about that. That whole, I felt like they were very misleading on that. And maybe that's not fair. Maybe we just didn't read it carefully enough or something, but all of us didn't figure it out.
Yeah, was the margin of error for number 7, was that 0.154? Did that have the